End of business today is the deadline for overseas and military ballots to come in. This is not to say there's necessarily a huge pile of them, by the way, that's about to be counted, because many of them have already been counted. It's just a question of whether there are more that come in today, whether there are more that show up today. But again, in a very close race, something to keep in mind.
629 votes separate Bush and Gore in Florida.
George Bush and Al Gore were neck and neck.
Of course, Dan, don't forget, we haven't counted those absentee ballots that came in from overseas.
And when they did, Bush won with just a 537 margin.
Possible because of legislation passed in 1986 giving active military and Americans living abroad voting rights in federal elections. The majority of states also give Americans living abroad the right to vote in local elections too.
That's right. Thanks to the Uniformed and Overseas Citizens Absentee Voting Act, your vote can be the difference in a close-fought election. Often called UOCAVA, it is a federal law guaranteeing certain voting rights to U.S. citizens overseas. UOCAVA protects the voting rights of all U.S. citizens residing outside the U.S. who normally would be qualified to vote in U.S. elections. Military, their families, and U.S. citizens living, working, and sitting abroad are all covered, even if they have never stepped foot in the U.S. UOCAVA requires that all U.S. states and territories allow qualified U.S. citizens to register and vote absentee in elections for federal offices, no matter where they live in the world. In most states, it permits you to electronically submit your ballot request and receive a blank absentee ballot by email. Most UOCAVA-covered citizens can also register and vote in state and local elections. It depends on your voting state or territory. Most states allow UOCAVA voters some form of electronic ballot return. If your state doesn't have electronic returns, make a voting plan. Be sure to allow enough time to get your ballot back by mail or courier. To take advantage of these benefits and protections as an overseas voter, you must fill out the voter registration and overseas absentee ballot request form, called the Federal Postcard Application, or FPCA. The VoteFromAbroad.org website offers an easy-to-use tool that helps U.S. citizens abroad securely fill out their FPCA. Complete the FPCA annually, starting after January 1st, to be eligible to vote in that year's upcoming elections. Vote from Abroad is dedicated to ensuring that U.S. citizens living abroad can exercise their right to vote. Our organization is entirely volunteer-run, and our website is offered as a free, nonpartisan public service, streamlining the process of registering, requesting, and receiving an overseas absentee ballot. We can also provide information to help you return your ballot successfully. Did you find this video helpful? Please like and consider sharing this video with other U.S. citizens abroad, and hit subscribe to be informed of our latest content. Find out more and use the online tool to submit your FPCA at votefromabroad.org. Thanks for watching.